Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, we're going to talk about Kalitas or Kalitas. Guess it depends on where you're from. If he has the redneck vibe or I don't know. Anyway, when I first read him, I called him Kalitas. I don't know. He is a 3/4 lifelinker, which, hell, that ain't bad. But there's two different kind of ways you can go here. A lot of people use the vampire theme or the warrior theme or whatever. I don't think it's really best for those. But if a non-token creature your opponent controls dies, you exile it and you get a zombie. Yeah, you've got to sacrifice a vamp or a zombie to put double counter on him. May do that, but I focused on killing creatures. Just absolute killing creatures. Anything that I could get my hands on in mono black that could kill a dude, that's what I did. Because, I don't know, living the dream is killing all your opponent's stuff. There are a few cards, disclaimer, that are not in here. In Garrick's Wake would be great. Plague Wind would be awesome. And I always forget the name of that black enchantment that, when I lose a dude, you lose a dude. Grave Pact. Grave Pact is amazing. It's not cheap, and the problem with Grave Pact is it just about goes in every black deck, so, all of them are in use. Anyway, so let's get to creature kill. Sure, why not? A lot of these are pretty straightforward, just kill things, but you also have to kind of mentally tack on and get a 2/2 zombie. Exile that creature and get a 2/2 zombie. So I'm tend to playing with things that I wouldn't normally play with because once you tack that on, it's a decent spell. Doomblade has always been good. I love the simple 3-word text box. I think it's great. Tragic Slip is for those nasty indestructibles. Ultimate Price, it's going to hit more than it misses. Tendrils of Corruption, not only is it going to kill the creature, you're going to net some life out of it. To Victim of the Night, destroy target non-evil thing. Diabolic Edict, to make them pick their favorite child. Dark Banishing. Curtain Call. Reign of the Pit. So everybody just sacks, and then the total power, hey, it's essentially a flesh bag that you end up with a big fatty at the end. Ruinous Path, creature or walker. Now, that's just versatility right there. I mean, yeah, it's a murder that you can hit a walker with. So then I've got a little more focused stuff like Deathmark, because white and green, I mean, hey, it's 2 of the 5 most popular colors, right? And then Spinning Darkness. Spinning Darkness does not get a lot. I played the heck out of Spinning Darkness back when this came out because it's one of those cards that you just don't. Oh, and I don't think I've ever paid full retail of 6 mana for this card. As far as globally, I'm playing with Shrivel. There are a lot of decks that this just cripples. I mean, early on, before they get all the pumps going, -1/-1 can wreck a lot of games. And when it doesn't, you just play Mutilate and just wipe the board. Yeah, you got to recast your Kalitas, but you know what? That's fine. Sometimes you just got to get out of a jam. Flaying Tendrils. Most of the creatures in the deck will survive. Some of them won't, hey. But most of your opponents won't either. Now, Evenkar's Justice is also an old favorite of mine. It does, in fact, cost 7 mana when I cast it, because in my mind, it's going to cost 7 mana. It's just, because it hurts me not to buy back something with buyback. Extinguish All Hope and Crux of Fate, the two black board wipes that I use the most of, mainly because I got a whole bunch of them for like a quarter piece, so, you know, they're decent. Extinction, because tribal is a thing. Tribal is more popular now than it has been in our format. I mean, we just had the Commander Tribal, and now the next expansion is going to be Tribal. A lot of Tribal decks. You don't think so? Just look at the price on Urza's Incubator right now. For years, it was just a junk card. Now go look at it. Diversity's Ruin kills all the white creatures, while Perish kills all the green. Yeah, I know, it seems like we're hating an awful lot on white and green, but they are the, you know, natural enemies of the color. Let's do a little bit of ramp. Of course, Living the Dream is turn 1 Soul Ring into a Jet Medallion. No, I mean, it's hard to top that, especially when you can play your 5-drop on turn 2. Kind of sweet. Sisay's Ring, Thought Vessel, and the Dark Writ. I don't run the Dark Writ in a whole lot of decks, but in this one I do. The Hall of Triumph is going to help get our dudes up, and not just for combat purposes, but from all of our 2 damage things and 1 damage things, and helps it live through that. Now, since we are killing a whole bunch of stuff, the Dingus Staff seemed like a natural fit. I mean, your opponent is almost always... The problem here is it hits everybody. It hits you too. When your creatures die, you're going to take 2. But the way y'all saw the removal in the deck, hey, they're probably... The intention is for them to take more. Now, Whisper Silk Cloak, sometimes you got to get in there with that unblockable general damage and just a wind. Turmoil Crypt keeps those annoying things from coming back. And Profane Memento. Now, this is definitely not overpowered. It's 1 life. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. I have yet to actually cast it in this deck. Actually, I have yet to actually cast it, period. But anyway, let's get to our Creators. Dudes, and more dudes. Cemetery Reaper is going to pump our zombies, obviously. The Lord of Accursed fills the same role. Ascendant Evencar has the bonus of helping our team and hurting the non-black, so your Shrivel is, you know, way cooler. A lot of things dying. Blood Artist. It's beautiful. It's kind of a great early game. Vampire Nighthawk is in there because it is getting blurry. And I got to stop bouncing on this. Got a new chair, guys, by the way. The wife got me a brand new chair. Got rid of that old squeaky joker. I'm moving around and everything. Anyway, Vampire Nighthawk, Flying Death Touch, Lifelink. I just don't know that it gets any better than this creature. It will stall a board. It will always just about trade higher than itself. Avatar of Woe. I mean, tap, kill a creature. What's not to like about, you know, this in a creature-killing deck? Our Air Force of Steel Hellkite here, it does kill creatures too. I mean, and in a pinch, you can destroy artifacts or enchantments as well. Non-land permanents. This thing will breathe fire on planeswalkers. Don't even care. And, of course, the upside of, you know, it's a giant flying dragon. Sure, why not? And maybe we get lucky and they play tokens and we just pay 0 and blow up all their tokens and get that many zombies and they come in and raw. Yeah. Magic Christmas Land. I know. We have Malakir Coldblade. This one was kind of early on. I was like, well, hey, if I'm going to kill a lot of dudes, this seems like the way to go. Here again, I've never actually cast. I've only played the deck like twice, maybe 3 times. And one of those times, the entire table got outran by elves. But, so, the Assassin, not that people let the level up creatures live a long time, but, I mean, the level up is 2. If you... I don't know. Level Up was. I understand what they were trying to do, but to to get this guy to his final form, what is that? 9 mana for a 4/4 that has mana tap. I just. But it's in there because you can put this 9 mana spell on layaway and pay for it as you go. So, I don't know. Put your Malakir. Here we go. It's a Grave Pact on a 5/4 flyer. So, yes, it does cost 7 mana. Gatekeeper, because it costs 3. It does. I promise you it costs 3. I don't know that I've ever cast it for 2. Good old-fashioned Mr. Tap Kill a Dude, or the original one. Yeah, it don't hit the Vigilant stuff, but I almost had Icy Manipulator slotted in here just for that old school combo, but I didn't. Couldn't find the room. Gravedigger, obviously for self-fulfilling purposes, and Nightmare, because, you know, mono black. Now, let's get into the good old-fashioned, I'm playing black things. We have, since we have Nightmare ready there, Corrupt, Diabolic Tutor, Rise from the Grave, Mind Sludge, and Nightmare Incursion I really like. Now, I can't say that I actually have cast this. I was playing Standard around this time, but, I mean, I think I got like 5 cards, whatever. But in mono black EDH, if you draw this on turn, like, 12, oh my gosh. But nothing wrecks combat math like sudden spoiling, because your opponent's, Iona or Avacyn or whatever just loses those abilities and gets eaten by your zombies, which is, the best flavor in the world. Now, Sign and Blood is my card draw. Head games. Because that's exactly what this card is. It's exactly what it is. You can set an opponent's hand, and you can do it good or you can do it bad, or if there is, a lot of times there is a clear and present danger at the table. There's one player that is the absolute target that has to go, and then we will settle out the rest once the big dog gets gone. And you can't set your own hand, but you can pick a player with similar ideals to yours and give them a hand of stuff that will hurt other people. In multiplayer, head games is amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Spoils of the Blood. Now, as far as 1 mana instants go, I am down, because this is after somebody wrathed. Hell, it's after you wrath. And you spend 1 more mana, just, all creatures died, and I got this big dude. Alright. Now, I put the Phyrexian Tribute in there, mainly more for laws than anything else. This is a black card that destroys an artifact. There aren't that many of those. This may actually be the only one. It was way back before they, of course, tuned the color pie. Mirage was, what was that, 1996? So, this is a 21-year-old card. Wow, this card can drink. But Phyrexian Tribute is a little costly at 3 mana, 2 creatures, and sorcery speed. You've got to really need that artifact gone. However, if you're just sacrificing tokens, not that big a deal. Now, Infernal Tribute, hello reserve list, by the way. You can sack a card and play for 2 mana, draw a card. This is a great response to, especially if someone was going to utter end or exile something in play, and, obviously you don't want it exiled. It almost counters that spell. Yes, you still lose the permanent, but you draw that replacement. So, I love Infernal Tribute. It has been years since I've actually cast this one as well. 4 cards left. They are all enchantments. Attrition, here again, sorry. The very first Commander came out, and I bought it all in Japanese. Y'all know what attrition does. I sack a dude to kill a dude. Black Market, beautiful card for the deck because our main focus is killing creatures, and this rewards us for doing that. Endless Ranks of the Dead. We are, it fits our theme. We're making zombie tokens. And our last card is Shadows of the Past. Now, Origin is good for a lot of things. We may or may not. I mean, haven't drawn this one. Have 4 creatures in the yard. It's a good possibility that we will with the amount of board wipes that we've got. But man, whenever a creature dies, scry one. That's powerful in this particular deck. Well, that is what I have got for Mr. Kalitas, whatever you want to call him. I do appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.